I'm hosting the club members of UTCEC. That's a short form of Unilac Taylor Care Environmental Club. These people won the award for the greening of our campus in the celebration of the World Environmental Day. These people are going to be talking about a topic that says, why the celebration of the World Environmental Day? Ladies and gentlemen, I am Sangwa at the presentation, but I'm not alone on the presentation. Please allow me to welcome my co-host, Mr. Melwin. Melwin, how are you?
I'm fine, Sangwa. How are you?
As usual, great. So, Melwin, I'm going to give you the platform as always to present to us the guest of tonight.
Okay.
The platform is yours.
So, tonight, once again on Africa Youth Time Show, we are discussing a crucial topic. Tonight, we're discussing environment, which has been a crucial topic like since a decade. And with us tonight, we have guests. We have 6 guests on the show tonight, and they respond to the follows name. Dr. Richard Minje, who is a lecturer and club senior advisor. Mr. Anaclet Iradukunda, who is a student dean of faculty and chairperson of a club. Mr. Mohammed Hadam, who is an environmental teacher in Saudi Arabia and student in UNILAC club member. Madam Nanziza Chantal, who is a class representative and a club member. Madam Patricia Fred, who is a club member. And Madam Kamali Zahana, who is a president of arbitration and class representative and club member. Welcome, guys.
Can you please clap for yourselves? So before we dive into the discussion of tonight, I want first to extend my invitation to the corporations and organizations that want to cooperate with us or partner with us on this show, that you are warmly welcome. I'm going to start my acts of discussion, Melwin, on the main meaning of the World Environmental Day. Why do you guys think that it's so important to celebrate the environment?
Yes, the mic is yours.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My name is Chantal, and I would like to explain more why they celebrate Environmental Day. It is a global event that happens every 5th of June, and we celebrate it so that they make an awareness of how people can protect the environment, of how people can take care of the environment, because as you know, in a clean environment, it gives a healthy life in human and even in everything that is surrounding or any living things. Thank you.
So what does your colleague have to say about it, or have to add on about that?
Thank you so much. World Environmental Day, it is only that the day also to remind the people that the environment is their life. Means if you don't care environmental, you don't care for your life. So it is the time for the community sit together to see how we can now sustain our life. Not only for the urban people, even in rural communities, the young, the youth, even the children are a part of the Environmental Day. So Environmental Day is global awareness to remind the people how you can behave for secure your present and also for our future generation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anaclet. Thank you very much.
And, if I can add something.
Yes, of course.
From raising this global awareness about the environmental protection, as they have talked about, you just come again to check how far have we gone, because each year when there is a World Environmental Day, there is a particular theme. And this theme is all about one environmental component that all the world around the globe that we are just going to focus on to look for different solutions and see where did we go wrong or what is needed to be done to continue the sustainability of the environment.
Thank you very much. And so, what was the main reason why you guys decided to join this competition? Can you please tell us why?
My name is Patricia. The main reason we joined the club, because where I came from, actually, we don't really care about the environment so that much. So I had the opportunity to join the club and know more about the environment and how am I supposed to know more about the environment. So when I go back to my country, I can really use the techniques and all the things that I've learned from the club, and I can use them in my country.
Excuse me, where do you come from?
I come from South Sudan.
South Sudan, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
What about the others? What were
What
the
do you think?
motivations? What
Yeah.
was the motivation behind
Yeah.
the club, the competition? What was the motivation? What motivated you?
Yeah, for me, as a teacher, involving myself in such environment is very important. Because as a teacher, I cannot teach in an unhealthy environment. So as a teacher, as I'm checking my class, as I'm checking my hall to teach, I have to think about the environment. So the big environment that we live in, it is a shared home. The environment that it is a shared home. So it is very important for me as a teacher to involve myself in such activities. Also, I'm going to benefit from being here in Rwanda, to adopt and adapt such policies as I'm living in this country, Rwanda, taking much care about environment. So I'm going to benefit from being here and to take this experience to my country, which is suffering from desertification.
Desertification.
Okay.
So I'm quite sure that all of you around here knows the objectives of why the competition was organized. So I want to know, what was the main objective of this competition?
Thank you so much.
And by the way, who organized it and what did they really want to obtain?
Actually, our club is a big. We have more than 300 members. So we have the committee and also the senior supervisors. So the ideas is not coming when we know there is a World Environmental Day. Also used to draft the activity about what we do on the whole year. So we just have the activities we do in the year. So once we receive the proposal from Rwanda Environmental Management Authority that there is a competition for among 19 universities. So for drafting the project that can make the campus more green. So committee and our senior advisors, we take it and then we discuss. Also, our project, it is not only for environmental conservation, also is about the health sustainability. Because when you see our project is eco defense initiative resilience initiative. It means we have to defend our life. Also, we conserve environment. So we observe now when we come idea how can make our campus green, but also we maintain our life. So we usually our university is located of the one rehabilitated wetland. So the Kondo wetland. So we face the challenge of the too much mosquitoes. Recently we have used pesticide, the chemical one we bought in bucket, we spray, but also we discovered that also that pesticide have the impact of the human life. And then we come idea, how can we replace this pesticide with the natural repellent medicine? And then we make research. We are happy we have this, our supervisors, they have the more ideas on it. we see we can now come out with ideas. There is a plant that you can plant, and then it can be play a role as a mosquito repellent. So honestly was struggling for the mosquitoes because we have the evening program student. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
From 6 to like 10.
9. Yeah.
About the wetland, near the wetland, the mosquito is too much. So, and then also when we come out with the ideas, also we think about the sustainability of project. We say if now we draft the project, maybe it's going to be financed once, how it can be continue to be resilient after 10 years, after 20 years. So that is become ideas. What if also we make the garden? Also the garden, it is now made of the mosquito repellent, right? Also the flowers, even the lavenders. Everyone here know lavender.
No, lavenders
is
repel
a
the
smell
mosquitoes.
well for the people, but it releases the chemicals that repel a mosquito. So, and then we come out with the free defense now. If we say the defense, we have the free defense. The first defense, it is growing trees. We can plant around the contour of the campus. The second one is which one will be on the vases we can place around the walking ways where we work on exam, the classes. The last one will be the well-smelling flowers that you can put on the small vases. Designed one we put around the offices. So, and then we come the idea that maybe we will need the money for making a project to be sustainable. Then we came out that we need also to have the club studio. We used to have our social media. So, but that social media, we need to make it active. Those income will going to come from our social medias. It will help us to make our project sustainable. So, and then when we submit it, actually, even our project is now to have a good innovation, but you know it's a competition. So 18 universities many. So we submit until the day of the celebration. But the ideas, you were asking me how the idea comes.
No, I asked who organized this competition and what was the motive behind him organizing this competition?
Organization, honestly, the ideas was coming from us, but the competition was organized by LEMA and Plan International Rwanda. They are the one who organized. They send the concept note for each university to ask each club to draft the project.
So it was a competition among universities?
Yeah, 19 universities.
In Rwanda?
Yeah, in Rwanda.
Okay, that's amazing. And what was the objective of this competition?
Objective is to make the campus green. How can make campus green? Also, at the same time, we conserve environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming all of you are the part of this UTCEC.
Yeah.
That's why I want to hear from other people besides you. I want to know who established this club and what motivated them to establish this club. You can
start, lady.
You can start, lady.
Thank you very much. My name is Anna Kamaliza. This club was long way established before some of us came to join it. And the founder was Miss Rachel, if I'm not mistaken, you will correct me. She had this vision of how students can participate in conserving the environment and then make public outreach to sensitize the public on what is going on in the environment and how they can care for it to keep it healthy. So that's how the club came about. And I'm glad it has really reached out. We have gained platforms, like we are here. We are publicizing our activities. So I'm very grateful to Miss Rachel for having thought of this, and it is really making great impact.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Melwin, do you have anything to add to this wonderful people?
Yeah, of course. Our brother Anaclet said that caring about the environment is caring about our own lives. Like, I want to know, because the problem of the environment like came up recently. It's not something that we used to raise issue about before. So I want to know why environmental problems are so important today compared than before.
Thank you.
If
Okay,
I
brother.
can just go with this question. Thank you very much for raising this issue. The environmental problems, as you mentioned, were not the problem from the ancient time. They are just arising in the recent and current time. Why this? This is, the culprits is the demographic pressure, demographic explosion, whereby the population is growing day to day. And it is even expecting to be, we are expecting to be like 10 billions in the near future, 2050. And the environment as environment is the provider of everything that we are using in this world. It has all the resources through the the ecosystem services that it provides. And all of these ecosystem services are the one we depend on for our survival. So the more the population is growing, the more we need resources. And where are we finding the resources? From the environment. So the more the population is growing, the more this demographic explosion, the more we need to take from the environment. And this one means over-exploitation, especially when nothing is being done. Our environment, we as the people, we have, I can say, this stingy mindset. Because we, as the community or the people, the population, we tend to take our relationship with the nature in an extraction way. We just need to always extract from the environment without giving to the environment. And whenever we keep just taking from the environment, then it means all the resources are diminishing. And when the resources are diminishing from the environment, this is what we call the environmental problems, because a time will come where we will not have anything to source from the environment. And this is how it came as an environmental problem. So if we can change these mindsets from an extraction perspective to a conservation perspective, then we are going to celebrate a success for environmental protection. So to come to your question, it is a recent problem because we as humans, we need to survive, and our survival depends on the environment that we always take without giving.
Thank you. Does anyone has something to add on? Okay.
Yeah, the issue of the environment are coming up now because we have literally expanded our activities. The industries have grown, we have brought so many vehicles on the roads, and those vehicles are releasing so much toxic fumes and gases that are destroying our atmosphere and the entire environment around us. So because the ancient times people didn't hear much of the environment issues because they were still at a minimal rate. The effect had not yet come to this huge we have seen. So because our industries have grown, we have transportation issues, we have also to act and work towards maintaining the environment, and we also ensure that we survive and our economic activities continue while still protecting the environment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because apparently protecting our environment is protecting ourselves. Yes. Do you have anything to add on?
What I can add on is, like they have said everything, but what I can add on is, like, even nowadays the climate, even temperatures, they have changed. They have changed, so they are changing the whole ecosystem, and even the human health. It is on high risk. We are breathing everything, especially in urban areas. So, like, it is becoming a problem because for now, people are getting those sicknesses from this pollution, air pollution, water pollution, and everything that is causing that. So I think that's why nowadays, or in present, we have to care more about, environment has to be an important issue to take care of. Thank you.
Okay. Anything to add on?
Yeah, also I can say even the agriculture sectors are growing. Whether the agriculture sectors are growing, also the way they use the mechanization, irrigation, also it impacts the environment. The people are not aware that even we encourage the people to use irrigation, also some type of irrigation is not good for environment. Because there is extent they use irrigation, then they remove all water from the ground.
source.
Yeah, and then the salt also it goes up. When the salt it goes up, we call it salinization. And then the land to stop giving the productivity. So it means once the agriculture sectors grow, also the environmental problem increase, even in the rearing animals. That is why you see government say don't rear the animals around the mountain, because once the waste of the animals, it contain the methane gas. The methane gas, when it goes in the atmosphere, also it causes the greenhouse effect. So it means what you can do, because we need it to be developed, we have to increase the agriculture for getting the food, but we need to do what we call harmonize. How can harmonize the agriculture productivity and environmental conservation? So for that process of harmonizing the activities, it requires us to take immediate action with carefree research, carefree studies, because we can't develop one sector, we left the others. We have to make more research for not going harming the other sector, so we have to make harmonization. Thank you.
Okay.
So to summarize everything that has been said over here, and coming back to the question that why environmental problems in the current time. So from everything that has been spoken over here, we see that the environmental problems are becoming more severe in the current time because of the increasing in global demand. We are demanding, and the demand are increasing. For this increase, we need to satisfy ourselves, and we are satisfying ourselves by just taking from the environment. And we are taking from the environment unsustainably, and this is the one that is creating this all environmental concern that we're experiencing in the current time.
Okay. Something to add on? Or
I
it's
think
okay?
let's proceed with the questions. I want you guys to tell me what are the challenges that you guys think that Africa in general are facing, especially in this area of the environmental crisis, as you guys have been saying, the environment is, we are having challenges this, we're having challenges that. What are these specific challenges that you think that Africa in general is facing?
Okay, I think one of the most important challenges that we are facing, the lack of awareness. Like still we have the lack of awareness about the impacts of this waste and these problems. Another challenge is many African countries depend on like a single use plastic.
Single-use plastic.
Single-use plastic, this is very important.
Okay.
For example, my country, Sudan, is a very big country. One of the third, now it's the third biggest country in Africa. All of this country like depend on this kind of bags. And I really appreciate Rwandan government for banning this thing, because it is very hard to decompose. It can stay in the ground for ages without decomposing, and it's a very important, really is very important challenge. We need to raise the awareness for our people.
Of how bad these plastics can be to the environment.
Yeah, it can harm like even animals. It can like when this it a lot of chemicals and a lot of stuff.
How does that plastic economy can affect us human? Because it's affecting animals, but how can it affect us, like us human?
Yeah, it can lead to many like health problems. It can lead to many health problems.
I think
Okay,
your
okay.
colleague has something to add on.
She has something
Yeah,
to say.
Satush.
I can add on what he said,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm also coming from a country where we still use plastic bags up to now. And I think many African countries, they still use plastic bags. And after using them, they don't actually manage how to collect them. They ban them. When they ban them, that's when it affects us. It affects us, it affects the animals, our surroundings in general. The way we manage them, we don't have the proper way of managing our waste. Like for example, if we introduce the selection of how you can separate the waste. Here in Rwanda, I think they do it. They select the waste like plastic, the
Plastic
cans
bagging.
for the water. It's separated from other wastes. It's also good, but
Recycling.
yeah, in general, Africa still suffering from the plastic bag issue.
So what are other challenges you think that we are facing right now that needs to be resolved by the environmental clubs that you guys are creating?
Pardon?
If I can answer your question.
Okay.
Still facing so many challenges, environmental issues. They have talked about the issue of plastics. Yes, the plastics are still saturating a lot in Africa. But beyond plastics, we still experience pollution. Pollution of all kinds, air pollution, soil, everything around us is polluted. So the pollution harms us in several ways. Like we suffer from respiratory diseases because of air pollution. The air we breathe in is contaminated. The water itself is contaminated, exposing us to diseases also. And the water accompanies the plastics. The plastics that we ingest unknowingly, like the lead plastics, we ingest them without knowing. Maybe you consume the fish that has ingested them, and then the impact comes back to us. So that's why you find most of us are having cancers these days. The cancers have become too many. The birth defects, we experience so many health problems because of the plastics we take in without knowing. When it comes to animals, whenever they ingest plastics, for example, cows, when it ingests a plastic, it automatically dies because it interrupts its digestion. So pollution is so dangerous, but we still have other forms of waste. We're having hazardous waste, even though most people don't know about them, but they exist. And those ones are so deadly that the ones that are concerned with those hard diseases that I've talked about. And then climate change. Climate change, everyone can attest to it. Times have changed, the weathers have changed because of the activities we do and not being able to look back and see what we are doing to the environment, and we see maybe if we can correct it. So climate change, we are yet to see it, and if we don't do anything right now and we persist on it, in a few years to come, we shall be really feeling it, because it does not affect only us in Rwanda here, it also affects the entire world. What I do here will affect someone in Europe, someone in China will produce in their industries, and the effect will find us here. So that's why environmentalists need to step up and act accordingly to ensure that we secure our today and we secure the environment for tomorrow.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Like, actually, that's a big challenge that you have mentioned, climate change. I want to know, like, climate change, in which way is it affecting our daily lives and community?
Yeah, climate change
in general.
Climate change affects us so hard, in such a way that if I can be specific, for agriculturists, they have really felt it, because when the days they thought they could plant, it is totally the opposite. When they expect rain, they get sunshine. And when the rain comes, it comes with so much floods and mudslides. So it is causing us disasters and it is causing us hunger at the same time.
True.
So it's causing us water shortages, and the entire system, the entire life on Earth is affected because of just one thing, climate change.
Okay. Anything to add on?
Yeah, what Miss Anna said, have you remembered what you have experienced in a western province, in Nyabihu and Lubavu, the case of the flooding, where they were lost 2,000 people and the household remain as dispersed because of the flooding. The climate change now is an issue. Even the main purpose of the World Environmental Day was the global call for climate action. It is now the number 13 goals on SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. Climate change now is affecting in all aspects of our life. As the report of the FAO say 70% of people over the world depend on agriculture. So can you imagine if all 70% of the people over the world depend on agriculture, and then now agriculture sectors are vulnerable about the climate change. Even when you observe, you see the time of sowing the seed, now it's changed. Sometime we have a long summer.
True.
At that time we wait the rain, we didn't see it. Those are the effects of the climate change. So sometimes the climate change also, it is an impact from our human activities. So it means it is a cycle. So if as a human being we behave in a good way, also our environment can be healthy. So nowadays we experience those non-communication disease like cancer from the different chemicals, like what Patricia was saying, when they burn the plastic, there is a chemicals that made those plastic, it goes in the air. When we breathe that chemicals, it starts attacking our lungs. So even on the land, when those plastic goes on land, you know it is not decay. It starts holding the productivity of soil. It is like a caoutchouc. You remember those materials. When it goes on land, yeah, it is stacking the land. If the people continue dumping the plastic, those plastic also, you know what you call water cycle. When the water comes from the rain, percolate in the soil, it collect those chemicals from the plastic, and then that plastic chemicals goes on water, and then we get that water as for drinking water. So when we drink that water, we drink also that chemicals from that plastic. We dump somewhere, and then we start developing the cancer slowly by slowly.
Yeah, slow by slow.
So it means that's why for the environmental conservation we need to take careful, and then we make a active step for addressing the issues. Also the other impact we can saw nowadays for the challenge is the food shortage. Some African countries now are suffering from getting food.
Famine.
Yeah, famine. We have the countries where they are struggling because the way they can use for planting, the water are now decreasing.
Because of climate change.
Yeah, we can say after years ago, even in the sea, it reduced some centimeters because of the climate change. Even you have the cities over the world, now it is about to be submerged under the sea because of the what you call sea tide. Now the sea are rising because of the flooding. So it means we have to take measures. If not, our future generation will be in trouble.
Okay. Coming back on that issue of climate change, like on the internet and like in the biologist communities, some experts are saying that the Earth has been regulating itself since a long moment already. Like they call it earth homeostasis, the fact of regulating your warmth. And they are saying that the earth is doing it naturally, and it's a way of adapting itself. So
The changes.
yes, to changes. Like, is it that doesn't it have to be considered as something most natural that a problem like those fact of climate change is? What do you think of it, guys?
No. For environmental concept, it is somehow different from how the human can maintain his natural homeostasis. Because in environment you have what you can call a reversible activity and irreversible activities. There is activities that can happen in an environment at extent where the human being cannot do anything to maintain it. For example, when the rivers change its direction because of flooding, there is anyone who can go and also get the river at the back? So you see, it is the different how something can regulate itself. Before in the studio, the environment was very, very nice, because what you can call environmental sink, the forest was naturally there. There is no releasing carbon in the atmosphere. Even the people, there is no invasion of cars. They using the lighting, they using the bicycles. So the life they was very well. But after in the studio, the people starting to invent the new life. When they invent the new life, they bring their own problems. So that's the problem. We cannot say when we bring the problem, it is going to be integrate themselves. Once we bring the problem, that is the same time we start drafting the mechanism for fighting the problem. So for environment, we have to take action for preventing. When the prevention is not capable, we have to take the adaptation measures for those problems. Yeah.
And I want you guys to, the rest of you guys, to elaborate on what those measures of adaptations are. I want a clear elaboration of what those measures of adaptation that he just said are.
Like to palliate to that problem.
Yes.
He
said, he mentioned all the things that can happen, the challenges, and how it all happens. And then he said that there are measures to deal with these changes. So I want you guys to elaborate more on these measures.
Several measures that can be taken to contain or to come up with the solutions to the mentioned problems. And these measures should not be personal or individual, but they should rather be more of collective. We need the effort of different stakeholders, starting from the government, going to the communities, the businesses, and everyone involved. If we can start by the government is already doing very great if I talk about Rwanda, because government needs first they have the authority to come up with the policies, to come up with the rules and regulations that will govern or will guide the use of our resources that are being lost. And apart from that, the government also has a role to invest more into different actions that can be taken to protect the environment. And among these actions, the government need to invest more into the communities, raising communities on the rational use of these resources, and create more of awareness campaigns to make sure we instill the knowledge of environmental protection into especially the young generation that I always call creating green generations. So the government can help in creating green generations, creating more of eco-conscious consumer, because when you are an eco-conscious consumer, you put pressure for accountability for different environmental disturbers. Apart from that, the government also has to set some standards, especially for the activities that are the one polluting the environment, and this one is for the government part. And the community also have a good role to play. They need to to take these environmental issues seriously, to take it as their own. And once they understand that the environment, normally there is a say, we say that the environment is not something that was inherited from our parents. It is something borrowed to our children. I don't know if we understand that. If we say it is borrowed to our children, we are just talking about sustainability. So if the young generation understand that it is borrowed to the children, it means it is something that we are going to leave for them. And we, as young generation today, we just need to take care of it by doing even some small actions that will ensure the sustainability of such environment. And it doesn't demand a lot. What it demands is just to take some actions. But the problem that is there is that the community feel like they are very small vis-a-vis to this global environmental concern. But they ignore that simple actions that are done by millions of people will become an agent of force, an agent of changes. So the environment is just there to respect what the government has been provided on the rational use of these services. There are principles, there are so many principles that are used to contain this problem. For instance, I can mention we have the principle of participation, the principle of responsibility, just that come to encourage people to take different action and different steps. And if he mentioned about this massive climate change that is happening, containing this climate change has already happened, and we are just taking measures to mitigate, but it is now becoming irreversible because it has gone to high extent. What we have is just to adapt. And it is not very difficult to adapt if we take some simple stage. If we know that climate change is just caused by the emitted greenhouse gases, and the emitted greenhouse gases are sequestrated by the chlorophyll, the plant containing chlorophyll. So we just have to plant trees. If anyone can just take a step of planting trees, you are just doing a good step, because if everyone just come up with this mindset of planting the trees, then the carbon dioxide we are just emitting will just directly be captured by these forests. I mean, to balance the carbon sink and what we call the carbon storage, and this one is summarized in one simple term that we call the carbon neutralization. Planting trees is not difficult. This is something very simple. And something else that we have seen, Rwanda has put much effort in restoring different wetlands that have been degraded by our own human activities. So this wetland also acts as they also sink the carbon, they sequestrate the carbon. Not only that, but these wetlands also are there to contain the problem of flood risk and different soil erosion. So if we just understand the ecosystem services that are provided by such an ecosystem and take steps of protecting them by doing such small actions, then we are containing the problem of climate change as mentioned by the club member. And lastly, I just come up with what I said before. What we can do is just to become the eco-conscious consumers, minding where we source our materials, and understand that what the environment needs is do me, I do you. I will provide to you if you provide to me. Don't just take to me, but also provide to me. Provide to me some effort, or the effort that are needed. Thank you.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Does any one of you have anything to add on those conservation techniques?
Yeah, I have just one thing that I can tell people, like everyone, you should all be environmentalists. Like, keep it in mind, like the way we protect ourselves from being affected by diseases. That's how everyone should know that if I protected the environment, I'm protecting myself, I'm protecting my children. If you're going to dump something anywhere that you want, a plastic or any bottle or anything, know that there is someone that you are going to cause a problem to. So everyone that is in the world should be aware that I can also be someone who can make a sustainable development. So that's just what I can say, that all people should be environmentalists, that they can protect the environment.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
then be mindful of
Yeah.
what they do, because everything has consequences.
Yes.
Do you have anything to add on?
Yeah, I think my friends here, they nailed it.
Yeah, okay.
If anything can be added is like businesses should be like environment friends or the friendly environment products,
Environment
because like we should like encourage them, and they should care about the environment, because they produce more, they care about profit more than the environment. And also, as a teacher, I'm encouraging teachers to like involve students to care about environment, to be in action. It's not just about like forcing them or something like that.
Yeah.
It is to teach them.
Especially at such a young age, you know.
Yeah,
From such a young age, I think that's where you start teaching a kid how to
yeah,
be part of this
yeah, of course,
environmentalist mindset.
of course.
But talking of forcing, how can we force enterprises to, you know, to comply with the environmental rules? Because we cannot teach them. They're already big, they're making the benefit. How can we force them
Yeah.
to comply with the environment?
Because majority of the time, they don't even care about the outcomes of what they are
course,
doing.
They look for money.
Yeah, it is the community issue. We as citizens, we should force them. Even the government, through its laws, can be like.
So by putting laws, the government can prevent them.
There is what we call business environmental management. This business environmental management came as an intersection between the economic development and environmental protection. And when we are talking about economic development, this is where the business are standing. And you are using the term to force, but let me say to force them, there is what we call the standard. There is an international organization for standardization that we call ISO 14001. This one has provided standard to the businesses on the level of environmental degradation. And in this standardization came up with what I can call the environmental management system. And this environmental management system has different steps. It is a structured framework that came to tell the businesses how they can improve their environmental performance. Improving environmental performance, it means to run their businesses, but while also protecting the environment. This environmental management system with all the steps guide all the businesses how they should do businesses in a sustainable way that balance both their economic benefit but also protecting the environment. So if I may respond to your question, to force them is just to provide to them the standard that they should follow. And this standard also come with different principles. The principle, for instance, there is a principle that we call the polluter pay principle. If you don't follow the standard, if you don't promote or improve your environmental performance, then you will be, there is a policy, there is a principle that will come and punish you. So if you know that if you go against what has been provided, you will be punished, then you are forced to go with the flow that the government needs.
That's such a positive mentality, even though it's forceful, but it's positive as long as you see the benefits of it, right?
It sounds.
So, because the time is running really, really short, and it feels like even though we're having a good conversations, it's about to end. I want to ask you guys the last question. I want you guys to, each one of you, to tell me or to tell the audience, other people who are watching us on television, you know, I want you to tell them what habit should they adopt, you know, and why. Like, it's like giving them an advice on what habit they should start adapting into their lives, on how to conserve more the environment. We have seen the positive impact of a good environment, we have seen the negative impact of a bad environment. Now we want to know, for those people who doesn't know, because you're talking about awareness, teach them now. What are these habits should they start adapting right now in order to build or create a better environment for us now and for the future coming?
Sure. For any habits to adapt now, I can say be mindful of where you dump your waste. Any trash that you would want to trash somewhere. Don't just drink a soda and trash the bottle in the drainage system. Carry that bottle along with you until you come across a trash bin. Grateful to the city of Kigali, we have seen so many trash bins along the road. So there are so many nowadays. So they will help us. If you are environmentally responsible, you will carry the trash that you need to dump somewhere and put it in the trash bin. So if you can adopt that habit today, I'm sure it will grow. It will grow in you. You will not do it. You will not do it again. Dumping trash on streets. You will not be dumping those trash in the channels, because the reason as to why most countries still experience floods is because of those rubbish and other trash they throw into the water channels. When they accumulate in those channels, when it rains and it rains heavily, the water raises above the system. So you find the water attacking you in your homestead and where you've been living because of a blocked trench, because of a blocked water drainage system. So if we can be responsible and we carry our trashes and dispose them where they are appropriate, we'll be saving ourselves big time.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
Simply stated, without even saying so many things, simply stated, become eco-conscious consumers. It will put pressure to everyone to be accountable. It will put pressure to everyone to just come up with eco-friendly material, because if we are into a community that is more of eco-conscious consumers, then even businesses will be pressurized to come up with eco-friendly materials. So, in short, all of us, let us become eco-conscious consumers.
Thank you.
Yeah, one thing I can say to my students, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. This is my message to my students. They should care about everything today in order to have a better future and healthy future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Do you
What
have
about
something to
you?
say?
I'll suggest carrying a reusable bag. I'm still on the point of bags. Reusable bags, like Rwanda here, they use envelopes. Yeah, I would suggest, eco-friendly, and it's good for the environment. I would suggest it to the other African countries.
So that's the habit you're suggesting. Start using
Reusable bags.
Okay, that's amazing.
They are amazing advices.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you. I can add on that one what my colleagues have been saying. Like, people should practice afforestation and avoid deforestation, because if they plant more trees, they will help to protect the environment. Yeah, thank you.
So practice more afforestation instead of
Yes.
deforestation.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. So that was amazing. Anaclet, do you have anything to add on?
Yeah.
Yes, go on, Mr. Anaclet.
Yes.
Thank you so much. What I can add is about the choosing the material use. Most of the households, they used to buy pesticide chemicals for mosquito killing. Once they finish, they dump that bottles somewhere. They are not aware that those bottles also, they are killing environment. For me, I used to tell the people, zero bottle on the ground. For me, when I saw the bottles on the ground, I feel uncomfortable because I really know what will be the impact of dumping the bottle everywhere. So when you go to the market, also we have to choose the package we are going to use, because once you finish that package, you left it somewhere. So also I have to inform the businessman to use the environmental friendly package. Because when you are a consumer, you go, you buy your things, but you buy food, even that package also it's poison your food. So the businessman, please, you have to be clear about your packaging you are using. Also, I can say the agriculture people, farmer households in rural areas, most of them, they are not aware about environmental conservation. Even the Rwandan government, now they are putting effort for making many research. But also, I can inform the rural household also to know how to make the waste segregation, how to separate. They used to make it manual for agriculture, but even when they use the chemicals for making the manure, that manure also poison the plants. Since you eat that food, also you poison yourself.
Indeed.
So also the other part is for the sector of the health. My friend Anna mentioned the hazardous waste. Those hazardous waste from the hospitals, they should know how to handle this waste. Some of them, most of them, the waste from the hospitals are dangerous for environment. So all communities, all the flowers that are following us here, they have to adopt the habit. In our club, we say, save nature, save future. If you save our nature today, you are saving the future generation.
Tomorrow.
Let us be environmental healers, not
Yes.
environmental killer.
Indeed. Can you please clap for yourself, please? With a little bit more of enthusiasm, please. Come on.
Thank you very much.
Melwin, this was UTCEC
On the platform.
on the platform. I'm saying it slowly so that I don't mess it up. Because, I mean, these are people who are making a great impact. As we all know, and as Richard really did say, you do me and I do you. It's not even a joke. With the environment, you do me and I do you, for real. Let's take, for example, countries like, me saying this, I'm not even trying to be, shady or anything, but let's take an example. Countries like India, for example. The city of Delhi,
Delhi.
and that big city also, the big city, what is it called again?
Of India.
Yes.
Yes, I don't
Do you remember the name of that city of India? No, not Delhi. Okay, I forgot.
Anyway, that big
Mumbai,
city.
thank you very much, Mumbai. It's heavily polluted. It's heavily polluted. I see a lot of documentaries about this kind of stuff. Even Kenya, I hear that there is a lot of pollution, that the heat is extreme around there. I mean, the heat is extreme here too, but some places it's even worse,
Because of
So with the
pollution.
environment, is you do me and I do you. So as our guest was saying tonight, please, let us start learning how to take care of the environment. The more we take care of the environment, the sustainable the future is, the better the future. Thank you, Melwin, for this show.
Thank you, Sangwa.
Thank you guys for coming and for giving us a great show. It was amazing hearing what you guys had to say. It's always amazing to hear bright people talk about bright things.
Thank you very much.
So let me hope that next Thursday you guys will be here with us again, because every time is another opportunity to learn new things. Same time, Thursday, same hour, same place. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
nagukunze cyane rwose nkuwa gahe
bose wanjye shyiraho ayo ushaka rwose
kapfe gushyiraho icyatanu